this is CG1, and thank you so much for joining me on this special edition. It's really exciting because for me, my birthday is coming up in a few days, and it's always so thrilling because during that period I do so much reflection and so much planning, and that fills me with so much joy. But this is something that a lot of people don't really understand. Like even last week, someone was like, "Oh Joe, why do you get so excited about your birthday? It's not like you're a kid or something that is getting excited over getting older." And I'm like, what's there not to be excited about? I'm getting a new year, a new chapter to do even more than I've done. It fills me with excitement. But then what I started thinking about is, why are so many people afraid of getting older? Even worse off, why are people so afraid of death? Because the thing is, there's few guarantees in life, and one of them is death. Every step you make, every day that goes by, every year, every minute is a step closer to your grave. I know you might be thinking, "Oh Joe, that sounds quite harsh. It sounds it's not very motivational, is it?" And I know it doesn't sound like it, but it really is. Because you know that you don't have forever to live, so you have to make the days, the minutes, the hours count. You have to make it count. The reason why I'm filled with excitement every single day is because I know that I'm living with meaning. I'm living with absolute purpose, and I know who I am. So with everything that I do it with absolute meaning. But you know, the reason why so many people are afraid of getting older, afraid of their end coming, is because deep down they know that they're not living and giving enough. They know that they are not finished. They know that there's so much more, and so therefore they know deep down that they have to do something more. And you know what? It's actually quite interesting because I always tell people that the goal of life is not to live forever, but to create something that lives beyond your own life. It's about knowing that it's not about how old you live, but it's about how well you live. It's not how many years you can count up in your life, but it's about how much life you pour out in the years that you're blessed with. My special message to you is for you to really live with that meaning, to know who you are, to know that you don't have forever to live, but to embrace life as a gift, as a present you get every single day, for you to make it count. For you to make it count. It's quite funny because recently I was speaking to someone and they were asking me, "Joe, why do you speak? Why do you write? Why do you do the things you do?" And they actually made me think, because I was telling them I'm actually not that much of a big fan of talking and writing. I'm not really that much of a big fan. I mean, I love it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, my motivation is not to speak and to write and to do these things. But the funny thing is that if you gave me £200 billion, all the money in the world, and said, "Joe, I'm giving you this, and all I ask is that you don't talk about greatness, that this CG1 thing, you give it up, that you don't write and you don't do all of these things." Do you know what? As serious and as tempting as it will be for a lot of people, for me, I can't even for the life of me accept that. Not to speak, not to write, not to talk about greatness. Why? Because for me, this is my meaning for existing. I'm placed on this earth to help people to do what they felt that they couldn't do. To help people know who they are. Because I know and recognize that all of my life I struggled with not knowing who I am, low self-esteem and low confidence. And to grow to a level where I know that I can do something, that I'm confident to take certain actions. I can't stay silent if you paid me all the money in the world. It's not something I want to do, it's something that I need to do. It's that food and water, I can't live without it. You see, it's about you finding what it is that is such a necessity, that you're not only found something that you're willing to live for, but something that even coming face to face with death, you're prepared to literally give up everything for. What I'm sharing with you is that my drive for life is not to live till I'm old. My drive for life is to live every single minute, second, every single year, to serve the purpose that I was born to do. You need to find out, you need to live out knowing who you are and adding so much value that no matter how much people try and pay you out of, no matter how much salary or how much wages you receive, you can never give up that purpose, that thing that is in you, that yearns out for you to live and is afraid of your death because you know that there's so much more for you to do. My special message to you is to really identify what it is that you were born to do and to live it out. Because everything I do is to help people do what they felt that they couldn't do. I talk about encouragement, but that's what it is. It's finding that cause, it's finding and knowing who you are, because that's the mandate I'm given. And the new chapter of 27 I receive is a chapter that I'm going to go even more out on. That no amount of money, no amount of discouragement, no amount of setbacks, no amount of pain can stop. Because when you find that cause, it moves you to action, it moves you to overcome every adversity. It's quite interesting because for me, I want to share with you that greatness is what we're born for. But greatness is not the absence of weaknesses or disappointments, but it's the God-given ability to turn all your weaknesses into strengths and overcome all adversities. You are born to make an impact and serve the generations to come. As I always share, this is CG1 and you have the seed of greatness.